So, good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see so many faces, and I'm really delighted to be able to give you a number of updates about Global Challenge, the charity that is supported essentially here from Queen's Road Baptist Church. But again and again, we are delighted that we are getting so much support from outside of the church as well, and that through our Facebook, through our website, more and more people are getting to know about Global Challenge and the amazing work that is done here. Now, we partner with 3 churches in Soroti in Uganda to support them, and our recent appeal has actually enabled us to provide money for food. It's not something that we generally do, but we are in unique times, and the current pandemic in Uganda has resulted in yet another lockdown there since the 24th of June. So families are unable to go to market to sell or to buy their food. And we've just had an update this morning from Abraham, our coordinator there. He said people here are really struggling to cope with the effects of the lockdown. There have been a number of COVID-19 infections and subsequently some deaths here. We're praying to God for his intervention. Thank you for all the food aid to the churches. When we met as pastors, we agreed that instead of buying posho and beans like we did last time, we will give the money to the families so that they can buy the food items that they actually need. Others may prefer to buy atap flour, which is relatively cheap, and maybe some greens as well, which they can then consume, and also perhaps some charcoal or firewood. So the government also decided to give some cash to the most vulnerable groups, which is great news because there was a National Day of Prayer on the 24th of June, I believe that was. So it's been a real encouragement to know that the government too is calling for prayer for our families. So we ask you for prayers for Uganda as they long for rain, for the crops that they actually have in their own areas. But please also pray that the country will get the vaccines that they so desperately need. And please also pray for protection while they await the medication. We want to thank Jean in particular, who is offering her booklet with gratitude to us so that any donation made for these booklets goes towards the food for the families in those 3 churches. We've actually got the books downstairs, and so if you're not here today, you can come and get them during the week. We've also had a report from Billy today, who I wanted to find out how, as the medical officer, the lockdown was affecting him and his work. And he said that with movement restricted, many patients can't access the medical care, but God has been good. He is sustaining us. Essential support has been allowed following strict standards of practice. So thankfully those that need the medical care that Billy offers is still able to get that for the essential medical care. We have a photo of Pastor Abraham. Pastor Abraham, our coordinator in Uganda, as I said, is here celebrating with Irene, his wife. They've been celebrating this week 25 years of marriage, so congratulations to them, and particularly, thank you, particularly if they are watching. As we know from our ladies' conference yesterday, there were families and people in Kampala celebrating the ladies' conference with us yesterday, so you never know who's listening to us online today. So congratulations to them. It's been in stark contrast to their recent sadness as Irene's niece Elizabeth passed away due to having caught COVID. Elizabeth's mum, Irene's sister, Joyce, was also seriously ill and in a critical condition on life support. So we thank God that Joyce is now at home, but needing care and support as she recovers, as well as mourning the loss of her daughter. We did laugh, though, this week that despite all this that's going on, Irene sent Anne a text message on Thursday. It said, "Morning, Mama Pastor. Are you a fan of sport? Just know that I am supporting England, and yesterday they went through. Are you on my side?" Yes, we are. So it is just such an emotional roller coaster sometimes following these amazing coordinators and leaders in Soroti who just have such positive outlook each time, and they are constantly praising God in every circumstance, something that is a real challenge to me to do because we're not facing exactly what they're facing at this time. So a lovely message, and yes, we will be supporting England this evening. We have a photo here, and this is to do with our livestock project. We are delighted for those that have given to the livestock project because it is a sustainable project. One young lady, Arwin, who's just gone out to our Sunday school this morning, has been saving half of her pocket money in order to buy a chicken for a special needs family. So at last we've been able to pass on the photo here of Jonathan. This is Billy. Billy has been delivering the chicken to Jonathan, but her mum and dad matched that money too. So Possiano, one of our volunteers, is giving Jonathan a pair of chickens, enabling him to start a poultry project. This will help him to acquire books and other materials for school to help him in his education. So it's amazing that somebody who's just started school is supporting somebody in order for them to be able to continue with their education. Jonathan is so grateful to the family who blessed him with these. He sends his love and prayers and would love to meet them one day. With the technology, I'm sure that will be able to happen in particular. We also want to say many thanks to Enoch, who, a Ugandan himself, has been continuing to raise money by running 200 kilometres in 30 days. And so far, he's raised a staggering £805 for GC. I am really impressed and I'd like to support him. But if you are a runner, unlike myself, you could too support the end of his journey. Because next Saturday, the 17th of July, you're welcome to join him as he runs the final kilometres from Salisbury Avenue to Queen's Road. So you can ask Katie or Tracy for more details, or you can join with us here at 10:30 on Saturday to celebrate with him his incredible achievement. Another thing, as you might see here at the back of our auditorium, but also downstairs, there are some beautiful pieces of bunting. £10 for a long length or two shorter lengths maybe, and all money raised will actually be going to help repair sewing machines and also sewing machines, the tables for the sewing machines at Crossroads School as part of our tailoring project. Another suggestion from one of our supporters is to perhaps use some of our gift cards to thank a teacher in order to support a teacher in Crossroads School. So any of those families never sure what to do for their school teachers at the end of this academic year may be giving a gift card, which means that teachers and salaries will be supported at Crossroads School. It's another idea. And finally, as a photo, we have here computers for charity donation. We were delighted when we were sent an email out of the blue from Computers for Charities, who said, "We receive donations on surplus computer equipment, provide secure data destruction, computer recycling and reuse. We then donate the refurbished laptops, tablets and computers onto charities and other beneficiaries. We would like to donate 2 free laptops to support your educational projects in Uganda. Would these be of use?" Yes, they would. So we were actually previously known, the Computers for Africa was their previous title, and so they are continuing to support education within Africa, and we were delighted to receive those. So we can't wait to be able to take them out to Crossroads School. So thank you for your continuing support. Congratulations to Naomi, our trustee, as well, on the birth of George Joshua. So yes, thank you for your continuing support, even through these difficult times for us. But we value your prayers. Thank you.